Hello there guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. As you can see, I'm smiling and happy because Chelsea have gone to Southampton, broke the curse and beat them 3-1, and Chelsea are on top of the table for now. Just for now, because like I said in the live watch along, it could all change. On Sunday's game between Liverpool and City, if one team wins, they'll be above Chelsea, but if it ends in a draw, then Chelsea will still be up top. So hopefully that game tomorrow, as a Chelsea fan, hopefully that ends in a draw. Hopefully. But I can't see that ending in a draw, unfortunately. Even though I predicted 1-1 between Liverpool and City. Because I like that to happen, but we're gonna have to wait and see until tomorrow. And make sure you stay tuned, and make sure you don't forget the subscribe button, because I'll definitely do a live watch along for that game as well. The Liverpool versus City game, that is gonna be a big game. I just cannot wait for that. It's gonna be a big game. So make sure you subscribe to that one as well. And join me on a live watch along for that big game. But yes, as you can tell, I'm smiling and happy because Chelsea have gone to the international break. Before the international break with 3 points, top of the table on 16 points in the last 17 games, which is not bad. Absolutely fantastic. I want to speak about Timo Werner. He has absolutely been brilliant. I tell you, he has been better than Ziyech and possibly Kai Havertz as well. Because when he started, I was like, oh, okay. When he dropped Kai Havertz and Ziyech, I thought that was the right decision because these two are having a poor start to the season. Poor start. I think their worst performance was against Juventus when we lost to them 1-0. They were absolutely horrendous. But the one thing I like Thomas Tuchel is that he realizes that, you know what, since you two were bad and we've lost to Juventus, I'm going to drop you on the bench and I'm going to start Timo Werner and Carlos Odoi as the number 10s, and that's exactly what happened today. Timo Werner was absolutely superb. Of course, he got 2 goals he put the ball in the back of the net 2 times. It could have been more, but it's only 2 times he put the ball in the back of the net. The first goal was, of course, it was disallowed because Aspilicueta got fouled. No, Aspilicueta fouled on that number 8. So yeah, I can't remember his name, but he was wearing the number 8 shirt. So I couldn't really see it properly. But when I looked at the replay, I was like, you know what, VAR was spot on. So yeah, I feel bad for Timo Werner because he deserved at least 1 or 2 goals because he was phenomenal. The way he wasn't too tired. He wasn't like, I'm not going to be too tired. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. The way he just won over to the right hand side, or was it the left hand side? The way he just won over, when we start the counter attack was absolutely brilliant. He was a threat. No one could even pass him. Nobody. So that's why I believe he deserved to get a goal after that brilliant performance he had, and that is what he had. In the 84th minute, he has scored a winning goal to make it 2-1 to Chelsea. Even though it ended 3-1, I'll talk about the rest of it in a few minutes. But Timo Werner was absolutely superb. He has proven that he's better than Ziyech and Kai Havertz, and I want him to start on that position that he played today. I want him to start, and alongside him, Carlos Odoi was absolutely brilliant in the first half. In the second half, he's not back to his best, but in the first half, he was absolutely superb. I think he got the assist for. Of course, he could have got the assist um, for um, for Timo Werner's goal, but like I said, it was ruled out because of actually Queta's foul. But Carlos Odoi deserved something after that performance, but he was absolutely brilliant alongside Timo Werner. Absolutely fantastic. If Carlos Odoi can keep this up, then we have then we cannot that Chelsea fans, we don't have to fear Pulisic anymore because we got Carlos Odoi. He was being brilliant in the first half. In the second half, he was a bit sloppy, but he was getting there. He's getting there. But that was an absolutely brilliant performance from him. Ruben Loftus Cheek. Oh my days. He was brilliant in both the first half and the second half. I would have thought that since he was a bit poor when the game against Brighton, I was like, you know what, I just really don't know about Ruben Loftus-Cheek. But like I said, when you bring in a manager who's an experience and who would get the best out of these players, it would change everything. And that's why I like Thomas Tuchel. He brought the best out of Ruben Loftus-Cheek because the last couple of games he has been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So he's thinking to himself, let's see what happens if I start him. And that's exactly what happened. And he started and he absolutely proved to Thomas Tuchel why he should give him a chance and why he should be starting every game rather than Jorginho. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was absolutely brilliant, and that's exactly what happens when you bring in an experienced manager who will get the best out of these players. Thomas Tuchel has come to Chelsea in 9 months and got Chelsea to win the Champions League and the Super Cup, and going Chelsea to be title contenders. Even though we've lost 2 games, we bounced back and we beat Southampton 3-1. So Thomas Tuchel is still an elite manager. I would like him to stay for a very long time because I know he can improve Chelsea and make Chelsea the team that everybody fears. Like Liverpool and City, for example, they are the only team, but Chelsea so far are joining them as the teams that everybody fears. Like when they look at this lineup, now like look at these fixtures, they'll think when they team says that when this team sees that we're facing Chelsea, they'll be like, oh my days, this is going to be a tough game. I think we're going to lose. And that's what I like. I want Thomas Tuchel is making a team that everybody fears for Chelsea. And even as a manager, he's making that happen. So Ruben Loftus-Cheek was absolutely brilliant. I thought everyone was brilliant today. Even Aspilicueta, he was brilliant on the right hand side. Got the assist for Timo Werner's goal. I thought Chalobah was phenomenal, absolutely brilliant. 2 goals in the Premier League so far. He has been a game changer since we signed him. As a defense, he's really good and he can score goals as well. Even though he's got 2, he scored a brilliant header. I think now the big question is, did either Ben Chilwell or Ruben Loftus-Cheek that got the assist for that one? I'm really not sure. I'll double check on that. But whoever got the assist that feed the ball to Chalobah was phenomenal. And Ben Chilwell, he was phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant. And the one thing I like about this type of games is because when you see a player who's performed really well, they will score a goal. Timo Werner was absolutely brilliant. Got a goal for himself. Trevor Chalobah did well, absolutely well today. Got a goal. I think Ben Chilwell, even though he conceded a penalty, it was like, what, I'm going to redeem myself by scoring a great goal, and that's exactly what happened. Even though McCarthy did save it, the ball crossed the line, and it was 3-1 to Chelsea. So that's what I like about these players. When you have great performances, they will reward themselves by scoring a goal, and they deserve it. Even Timo Werner, I thought Timo Ruben Loftus-Cheek was absolutely phenomenal. Stars. It's hard to tell who's the man of the match, but I think people will probably give it to Timo Werner, and I absolutely agree. He was phenomenal. Him and Loftus-Cheek should be starting, and so is Ben Chilwell. Kai Havertz and Ziyech needs to be dropped in every game because whenever I see them start, it would just make it worse. So Timo Werner, Ben Chilwell, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek has to start every game from now on. Has to start. If they are bad, then you can bring on Ziyech and Havertz and probably Jorginho. But from now on, the way I saw that performance from these 3, they were phenomenal and they deserved the start. They deserved it. So yeah, every single player was brilliant today. The first half was phenomenal from Chelsea. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That's the first half performance I wanted to see from Thomas Tuchel because the only way to win this game is to perform well in both the first half and in the second half, and that's exactly what happened today. I just because we don't want to be like, oh, let's be poorly in the first half and then in the second half we will become better. No, no. We have proved today that we've won this game by dominating Southampton. More attempts, more on target, more shots. Just everything was perfect. I think from the beginning of the second half up to that James Ward-Prowse red card, I thought Chelsea were a bit sloppy. were a bit sloppy. I thought because Southampton had a bit of possession, even though we still dominated them and they awarded the penalty. Then it was 1-0. I was like, oh shit, oh God, please not let this happen again. But guess what? When James Ward-Prowse got a red card, which I thought that was the right decision because that was a bad challenge on Jorginho. We switched on. We knew that they were down to 10 minutes, so we had to win this game, and we were absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So I was thinking to myself, the thing is, could Southampton's defense did do well like Chelsea did? And I was like, no, Southampton's defense looked really bad. And that proved today. They just couldn't handle the front three, especially the likes of Timo Werner, perhaps Lukaku. They just couldn't handle them. I thought Lukaku was so unlucky not to get 2 goals today. So unlucky. The first goal, of course, he was offside. The second one came after, I think, Aspilicueta got feed the ball to Lukaku, and he was so close that he hit the post. So he was so unlucky not to get the 2 goals. But Lukaku will get there. He's still a world-class striker. Of course, in the last couple of games, he hasn't scored, but he will get there. I'll give him time. I'll give him time. Hopefully, after the international break, he can score lots of goals. And hopefully he will be the player who can at least score more than 20 goals in the Premier League because that's our aim for a striker to score more than 20 goals in the Premier League and perhaps more than 30 goals in all competitions. That's what I expect and all of the Chelsea fans expect from this season. And if we can do that, then I know that Chelsea can be title contenders. I believe they can and they will be. So yes, really, really happy with their performance. 3-1 to Chelsea, top of the table for now. It could all change. We've won this game before the international break, and I'm so happy, literally happy. Timo Werner was superb. Ruben Loftus superb. Ben Chilwell, everyone was superb. And you know what? You see that starting lineup that we had today? That has got to be the starting lineup from after the international break when we face Brentford, because that's going to be a difficult game because it's the West London derby and we're playing at their new stadium. But I want to see Thomas Tuchel using that same starting lineup as we did today, because if he can do that, then Chelsea will get a couple of 3 points before we face Man United on November the 28th, which is going to be a tough game. Which is definitely going to be a tough game. But if Thomas Tuchel stick to that formation, then I know that Chelsea are going to be favourites to win the title. That is all I've got to say on that. So really happy today. 3 points. Move on in 2 weeks' time to face Brentford in the West London derby and hopefully get another 3 points. So absolutely fantastic. Really, really happy. And I know you guys are watching will be very happy too if you're a Chelsea fan. If you're an opposition fan, then I know that you don't want to watch this video, but that is what I do. But yeah. But if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are new, subscribe. If you don't want to miss any of my content, hit the bell notification and share this to everybody that you know so that they can really enjoy my content and the videos that I upload for Chelsea Football Club. Since I'm a Chelsea fan, and that's what I'm going to do in my channel. I like to talk all things about Chelsea. Since I'm a big Chelsea fan, I'll always be a Chelsea fan until I die. That is basically it. So thank you guys so much for watching. 3 points, top of the table, absolutely fantastic. Really, really happy. And even though the international break is slowing, there can be some games that can be big games, lots of goals, So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the international break and yeah, sit down and relax. Chelsea have done it. 3 points, top of the table. Really, really happy. So thank you guys so much for watching. Look after yourselves. Take care. And as always, up the Chelsea.